1, 2, 3.
There we go. Hello. My name's Sam, aka Webster, because that's my surname, and I'm lazy, and I couldn't think of a good channel name. We are doing a different live stream to usual. I'm not live streaming a game, instead I'm live streaming the making of a game. So I have entered into the RPG Maker 2025 Game Jam. There are 1,350 people signed up right now. We will see how many people submit and how many games we get. But yeah, I thought it'd be cool to maybe not stream the whole development process. That might be a bit much, but to do some of it. So the first thing we're going to do is actually just set up a brand new project. So I'm going to get my Unity hub. You can see usually I'm in here to work on my main indie game, Crisis Island. That's currently on Steam, and there's a demo on itch.io as well. And I've been spending a little bit of time just familiarizing myself with RPG Maker Unite. Reason being is that I grew up with RPG Maker 2003, way back when, so I've been using different RPG Makers for around 20 years now. RPG Maker MZ is currently my comfort blanket. That is like my go-to engine, so to speak. But there is a price pool, very, very nicely, for RPG Maker Unite. So the theme is Beyond Expectations, so all games submitted have to meet the theme of Beyond Expectations in one way or another. And there are 3 prize pools of $1,000 each, or about 750 to 800 pounds UK. So there's a first place, a second place, and then a Best RPG Maker Unite game. And seeing as there was a Humble Bundle, here we are, for the Jam, which actually makes RPG Maker Unite came out about 18 months ago, I want to say, and it was £100, and that was a bit steep. But we've got a bundle here for £19.52 that gets you, among other things, RPG Maker Unite. There we go, MSRP, $100 dues. So yeah, it also gets you Pixel Game Maker. Hello, Soccer Gals. Yes, you're entering too. Have you made a start? Because this is literally, I'm starting now. I'm like 2 days late to starting. But yeah, so it gets you a bunch of other engines, some example games, some assets, and most importantly, Unite. I haven't really used Unite much yet, so this is going to be cool. So let's do that now. So we're going to ignore the sample game where I was familiarizing myself and getting used to the engine. We're just going to go straight to new project, and RPG Maker's 2D, right? So let's do 2D and editor version 6. They did say 6 was in beta. We'll see. That might change. We'll hit create. Just started, still plenty of time. Yeah, we've got 29 days. But knowing from past jams, like I already lost yesterday and Friday so yeah, I have my day job. Got to pay the bills, right? And then my daughter's school play, and last night was game night with the guys. So you very quickly realize how limited your time is, and that, yeah, there's a 29-day period, but you might only work on it for a day or two in that 29-day period. It's weird. But yeah, responsibilities and commitments. So Unity Engine, it's going to take a minute to set up the new project. It's not interesting to look at a green bar. So let's look at some other stuff. So we've looked at the Humble Bundle. We've looked at the jam itself, so I'm still not entirely sure. Beyond Expectations, my thoughts are like some military rookies having their graduation training and that going wrong and becoming an actual mission, and that then, you know, they're not expected to do anything other than a routine training exercise, and they're suddenly doing more. It's not exactly original, but it will do. And then there's some special categories award for best soundtrack, visual design, innovative gameplay. I don't think I'm going to get innovative because while I'm used to MZ, and MZ has a lot of community-made plugins that add new features and let you customize it, Unite isn't there yet. Unite has not been warmly received or welcomed by the community, probably in part why they're doing this jam, to try and get the use rate up and then get more people making, I don't think they call them plugins for Unite, I think it's now add-ons. We'll also have a look at and see what we can do with Unity itself. Oh, and everyone gets a participation prize. Some DLC by the look of it, but yeah, it's not the most exciting thing. How's Unity getting on? Hey, Unity has set up a project, although that is not my usual layout. That's interesting. Just the game and the console, none of my other windows. Let's just see. Reset all layouts. Continue. Oh, there we go. That looks much more like Unity now. Right. So then, the next thing we need to do is Window and Package Manager. Everything's opening on my other monitors. I usually work with 3 monitors. For the sake of the stream, I'm trying to condense it to just the 1 monitor and have everything in the same place. So, not in project. We want to look at my assets here. Just extend that a little bit so we can see. There we go, my assets. RPG Maker Unite. So update version 1.2.1. Now this is what concerns me, because when I was doing my familiarization, it was version 1.2.0, and they've released this 1.2.1 update like days before the jam started. I'm just like, oh, what's it going to change? What's it going to break? I don't know if I like this. But yeah, so we're going to have to... This is one thing about Unity and RPG Maker Unite. When you were to launch a project in, say, MZ, and let's do that actually. Where's Steam? So I grabbed Steam here, and I want to launch a new project in RPG Maker MZ. It is... Click launch, and it's gone to another window. Oh, that's fun. No, I don't care about that pop-up that comes up every time. And it's just file, new project. Remember to delete this. And I'll just have to remember to delete that. Because it will be a lot of things otherwise. And then, yeah, you've set up a new project. That is how quick MZ is. Obviously, this bar needs to go across. But in the time that we've done that, we've seen Unity has had to start up, right? And set up a project. So that took a hot minute. Now we're waiting for RPG Maker Unite. Because it has an update, we're waiting for that to download. So that's going to take another hot minute. And that's not ideal, I'm going to say. I wish it didn't. But yeah, it's certainly the criticism that everything's faster in MZ and the older makers. Like, that's already set up a new project. That's ready to go. And we would just be in, and we would be making stuff right now. Unite, we're not there yet. Definitely, we're certainly not there yet. One thing I do have that will help speed up the development process, though, is I have a set of templates. So I've converted these from my usual MZ templates over to Unite format. Unite format is a bit weird. We'll get to it. So we've got female, left, right, up, male, down, left, right, up. And you'll see those are separate strips, which is unusual because in old RPG makers, it was all one big sprite sheet and you just had to lay out the sprite sheet properly. Now we have a different sheet for each direction. That's new in Unite. And you'll notice the idle poses there twice. There's a reason for that. It's a reason I really don't like. And I'm going to dive into the back end at some point to see if I can do something about it. Because it's not something I'm fond of. I also set up these, so I base everything on a 16 by 16 base still. It's just my old RPG Maker 2003 days and like the Super Nintendo GBA kind of style that I want to get in my games. So this is just some some basic auto tile bases, so we can see here, you know, this is not a passable tile, this is a passable tile. That one could probably be removed for now. And then we've got some walls, and it's just set up so that when I come to draw the auto tile properly later, I know exactly where everything needs to land. So the walls, for example, we've got the main repeated tile in the middle here, and then we've got these little half-width tiles surrounding it, which will put the sides top and bottom onto it. So just automatically, whatever side the wall is, size even the wall is, it'll put the right bits in the right places. I also like to use diagonal walls. I don't make isometric games. It's usually I want 8-directional movement, which is another thing Unite doesn't support out of the box, I've noticed. We've got a lot of criticisms about Unite. We haven't even... How are we doing over there? Hey! Import to project. Let's see what they've changed. So, that's my purchase date, 2021.3.16. Does it actually say what's changed? No, I can't see a change log there. That's beautiful. Does it say under here? Okay, yes, there is a thing to say what's changed, so let's grab that link. Let's import this into the project, because that's going to take a hot minute too. And while that's importing, and sorry to be going from the very basics, but hey, you want to see what a Unite project is like to work on from the start, this is the start. You sort of get all that excitement and energy and enthusiasm, and you're like, now I've got to do all this. So let's hit import. And that's going to start installing packages and bringing everything in. Yeah, that's deceptive. You can't really tell. So it's been busy for 15 seconds. Fine. I'm going to let that do its thing for a sec while we look at the changelog. This is version 1.2.1. Fixing bugs and other issues. We received significant feedback regarding beta support for Unity 6. It's not full official support yet for Unity 6. It's still beta, okay? We need to make it the default version. Oh. Received numerous bug reports, timely fixes. This is the other thing, is like people don't feel like it's a mature engine, and that's that's a problem. So asset store version, change method by which purchases are verified. Okay, interesting. Maybe a piracy issue in the background. Fix an issue, a game behavior change when a hierarchy window is displayed. Cause events to disappear after load. Okay, these are quite significant. Incorrect order of commands when a location move was set within a... Okay, I use custom move commands a lot. That's concerning. A display issue when a map has a blank name. Oh no. So a lot of fixes, basically. Prevent normal tiles from being registered properly. I ran into this. I was trying to import graphics while using Unity 6, and it just kept coming up with white boxes. It wasn't ideal. Okay, so there's the changelog. Fine. There's the jam rules. How are we getting on? Here we go. The version of burst used by your project has changed. Please restart the editor to continue. So this is where we'll probably find that the Unite add-on was not built in Unity 6, so when we get here it's not expecting Unity 6. So it's going to probably force close now. Compiling scripts. Come on. Yeah, man. This is what I mean about, you saw how quick it was to get into MZ and start making a project. Unite, not so much. Running the back end. There's a login window. Oh, this is interesting. Why is there a login window now? I have me re-log into my Unity account? That would be weird. That would be really weird. And it would also sort of invoke an always online DRM aspect, which would be not fondly received. Shall we put it that way? Not fondly received. Hopefully it's not an always online DRM. That would be very disappointing. Fortunately, as I say, it's available for 20 quid right now, alongside a bunch of other potentially better RPG Maker engines, and Pixel Game Maker, which is... I've not played with it much yet, but I'm told that's very good. It seems to be popular due to its Switch export option, so you can make something in Pixel Game Maker MV and put that on the Switch. So that's handy. My word, starting Unite project. Maybe I should have done this bit off stream, but at least we know we are definitely starting with a blank canvas, and to any judges, hi, you can see the time of the stream and everything. You can see this is definitely a new project started after the start date of the jam. And that's one thing I find really weird. Most jams, like, they announce a theme on the day the jam starts, and the reason they do that is so that people can't sneakily make a head start and start working on their game before they're supposed to do it. RPG Maker 2025 Game Jam announced the theme like a month before the jam started, so if someone wanted to be particularly unscrupulous, like it says in now, you can reuse assets from previous projects or anything you've bought from the asset store and this, that, the other, fine. You just can't make anything specific to your Game Jam entry. So let's say the sprites for your main character, or tile sets for specific locations that will feature in the game. You can't make those before. And that struck me as odd. Yeah, this jam was handled weirdly. None of their jams have ever worked this way. Yeah, there's another piece that's weird, and it's... So essentially, this was originally an RPG Maker Unite only jam, and then I think they had a lot of pushback, a lot of complaints, and not a lot of signups, because they then said, you can use any Maker engine, that's fine. So, but we're going to have a different prize pool for Unite, so they still definitely want to push people into using Unite. Here we go, so the Unity 6 is definitely still beta, because it said here, even with the newest version 1.2.1, the saved project does not match the launched editor, so this is expecting 2021.3.16 F1. If you proceed, some packages may be updated. Right, so I don't want to do that. I want to open this in 2021.3.16 because I don't want those Unity 6 compatibility issues that I had before. It is beta support. I'm not fathom with that, especially not for a jam project with limited time. So we're going to quit. And we're going to go back to Unity Hub. There's the project, which is just called My Project. Oh no. Can I rename this? I really want to rename this. Oh no. I think it's just going to be called My Project now. But now it's looking to load in 2021.1.3.16 F1, which is good. That is the version of the Unity engine that Unite was presumably built in. So that means we can then have maximum compatibility rather than worrying about this Unity 6 beta and doing all that. But we are... 18 minutes into the stream so far, and I was planning to stream for maybe 2 hours because I've got something on at 3 o'clock. It'd be nice to have some prep time, and I've got a walk over there and do. But 18 minutes in, and we have not actually got an open new project yet. That is how long it takes to import and start Unite for the first time. Compared to, as I showed you MZ earlier, it was maybe a minute. Yeah, it didn't take very long at all. Unite needs to do something about this, because anyone who's like, I want to make my first game, let's go, ha! And then sits for 20 minutes watching progress bars, it's just going to flatline that enthusiasm. They're not going to keep that momentum into the editor, and they're going to have a lot less energy. And first impressions count, right? So your first impression of this editor, the first impression of this engine, is, oh god, this is slow. This is really slow. And that is a massive problem. An absolutely massive problem. And, yeah, I don't know how much of that is Unity's fault, because Unity's not the fastest in the world, as we saw when we were opening a blank project before importing the RPG Maker Unite framework. But some of this has to be on RPG Maker, right? Some of this has got to be on Gotcha Gotcha Games and making their shit quicker. Because this is slow. This is very, very slow. And then what we'll need to do once we're in is I've got my assets, my templates for Unite here. And we will use those to... There's that login window. There's that login window. rpgmaker.codebase.login window. So yes, this is something... This was not in version 1.2.0. And the changelog said, we have changed user authentication. We have changed how we verify purchases, I think was the exact wording. And look, there we go. rpgmaker.codebase.login window. They've made this always online, haven't they? That's what this sounds and feels like, that this might be always online. Unite came out to such disappointment. I'm curious to see who uses it to actually finish something. Same. Hard same. So I've got MZ right there as my backup option and my comfort blanket, because if Unite causes too many frustrations, I just won't use Unite. I'll just fall back on RPG Maker MZ and remake whatever I've made up to that point in Unite in MZ, and I'll submit an MZ game. But yeah, this is... It's been importing for 3.5 minutes. This is bad. This is really bad. And we'll get into some other hang-ups I have with Unite, but I'm kind of hoping, this is weird, that because Unite isn't seen favourably, okay, and because a lot of people still prefer MV and MZ, that the entrant pool for Unite games will be tiny, which will increase my incredibly slim chances of winning that $1,000 prize pool for the Unite category. The reason I say incredibly slim chances, one, I make bad games. Like, or at the very least, I make bad JRPGs. Like, I can do story and environments okay, but, like, turn-based battles, I love to play a turn-based battle system, right? But I don't... Even after watching, like, Design Doc and Game Maker's Toolkit and a bunch of other people talk in-depth about what makes a turn-based battle system satisfying, what makes it tick, what makes it work, I'm still terrible at making engaging gameplay in a turn-based battle system. So that will be my downfall. Hopefully this will be a learning exercise. I can familiarize myself with the engine. I can practice some pixel art skills and just generally have fun with the jam. That's what I'm hoping. 100% definitely better chances. Yeah, that sign-up sheet can't look pretty. It's very telling that it was originally a Unite-only jam, and then they had to backpedal. That's concerning. And there was the RPG Maker Discord. There was a thread in there about which engine are you going to use for the jam. And me and anyone else who said Unite basically got a response of, good luck with that. You have fun. The rest of us are going to be on, like, MV, MZ, or there was a couple of VX Ace comments. Which is weirdly, like, the generation of RPG Maker that I skipped. So I had 2003, and I used that a lot. Made a lot of Dragon Ball fan games using Legacy of Goku sprite edits that were thankfully lost media now. But if any of you are on a forum called Piquitas, then you will have known me. Hello. But, yeah, then I had and loved XP, but I didn't really understand the plugins and the add-ons. I didn't know Ruby scripting, so that kind of... I felt like it limited my ability. And then VX and VX Ace, like, that was probably around the time that my first child was born, so I had other priorities. I kind of skipped all of that. And it was like MV is when I then kind of came back to RPG Maker, starting to have a little bit more free time and going, what's been going on, guys? Where are we at? And I tell you, I didn't recognize anyone from the community. While all of the RPG makers have a certain look and feel, it's like obviously the engine had changed. It was just like, oh, this is a very different place to the one I left. hang on, we've got stuff appearing on different monitors. So, materials in your project were created using an older version of the Universal Render pipeline. Unity will have to re-import. Okay. And here we go. The activation method has changed from March 2025. The following information must be entered for authentication. Invoice number for Unite Purchase / order ID for Unite Purchase. You can check your order ID in the email at the time of purchase or in the purchase history of Unity's asset store. Please enter one of the IDs and select these bastards. If the ID is successfully verified, the input window will be omitted from the next startup. And then look at this. Open to purchase in your browser and open the online manual. Right, I'm going to do this on another screen because I don't want to have my purchase number out there, especially for other people to then put in. So I'm just going to open the internet. Go to... Wait, maximize your silly window. Thank you. Unity Asset Store. Thanks for treating your customers with contempt, Gotcha Games. It has already taken me 26 goddamn minutes to launch RPG Maker Unite, and now you're treating me as a criminal. So thank you very much for that. Right, let's log in to my Unity ID. Again, I'm doing this on a separate monitor. just personal security. Sign in. Sign in. This is ridiculous, though. You can't treat your customers like this. Alright, here we are. So, my assets, I assume it'll be in there. Here we go. More information. Okay, how do I get my thing from that? So that's my order history. Check the order ID or in the purchase history page of Unity's asset store. Please enter one of the IDs. What the hell is it? So I'm in my assets. Right, order history. Here we go. Order ID. Is this the one? View order details. Yeah, it's this one that I want. So it needs the order ID, which is that one. Right, I'm just going to move this window while I enter that order ID. Send ID. Verifying. I thought it verified for you being logged in to the same Unity account as you bought it from. That's, like, I'm already signed into the same account that made the purchase. Why do I also need to do that? Right, okay, fine. So, it's done. We seem to be in. Good God. That was a pain in the ass. Ladies and gentlemen, we are nearly half an hour into a 2-hour stream, and we've opened the engine. Jesus Christ. That's bad. That's really... They need to do something about that. That's really bad. MV user here. Good on you. Have to leave, but good luck opening the engine. Yes. Oh, dear. Well, we're finally in. Finally, all of that. Right. So now that we are in, we can start using the editor and doing some things. So, first and foremost, I want to rename that to Trial by Fire Team. That's the best name I've come up with so far. It may change. Right. And these fonts I'll have to deal with. The fonts was a saga. My word. Right, let's set up some characters. So, default parties. Right, so I do want 3 characters, not necessarily those 3. So, actors. Let's make a new actor. I haven't really got some names in mind yet, so I'm going to use some common sort of placeholder names that I often use. These might not even change, so we'll have Claire, we don't set up her graphics or anything here yet. That's kind of annoying. Here we go, the resource manager. Let's start with the resource manager. So characters, field characters. So this is where we create people who walk around. So new field character. Okay, so what I'm going to do is type placeholder adult female. Sorry for the typing sounds. I upgraded to a mechanical keyboard a few months ago. Now the image data. So this I'm going to have to import from Game Projects, RPG Maker Unite. Interesting. I'm in the wrong drive. So, Game Making, RPG Maker, Unite Templates, Characters. And the reason I do this is to help me focus on prototyping and making a good game before I worry about making it pretty. So, female down, open. Data import complete, excellent. So, Unite works very differently in that the first frame is the idle pose and the rest are the walking poses. The problem we have, and what really annoys me, is that when I made this walking animation, I made it so that it would smoothly loop and animate, right? As you do. The problem is that this is not just treated as the idle pose. This is included in the walking animation, which is horrific. Like, just a terrible decision. So what that means I then have to do, which I don't like, is this animation looks really juddery because it keeps like resetting to this and then restarting. And the only thing I've been able to do to smooth this out is to have the idle pose duplicated. So she sort of does the left foot, stops, does the right foot, stops, and it still looks awful. It still looks awful. But it's the best workaround I've had so far because one step, two step, stop looked a lot worse than stop, step, stop, step. At least that had a rhythm and a cadence to it. Also, it can't auto-detect the number of frames, so we have to tell it that it has 6 frames. It will default to being Speedy Gonzales, putting Sonic the Hedgehog himself to shame. So default animation speed for Unite is 40. I'm going to use that for now. And we can see that looks a little bit better. That looks a little bit better. Weirdly, it looks a lot smoother here in this editor than it does when we actually preview the game. So I'm going to continue just importing my character sets. So I need to do each direction. So I need left. So what I've done is I've made these... I've made them at a base of 16 by 16 tiles. So these are all 24 wide by 32 tall are my characters. So that they're then 2 tile tall characters. And then I've had to, because Unite only has 96 by 96 tiles, only. Like MV and MZ, you can change that now. You can go in, you can say, oh, I want everything to be based on 16 by 16, and that's fine. The engine will let you do that. Unite is, no, it's 96 by 96, and fuck you if you want anything else. So I've had to draw them at the size I would usually draw them. And then I've had to do a 6x nearest neighbor to resize them and make them the size that Unite is expecting. And I don't like that. I'm going to be blunt. I don't like that at all. But we're going to just keep importing here. Just keep importing. That's the wrong button, Sam. Right, so we need facing up. And times 6, yeah. Import complete. Oh, and also there's I think it's 1024 by 1024 limit for these, which is poorly communicated. And that would be fine if I wasn't having to times 6 every single sprite. So you get like a sheet that's, 24, 48, and it's 6 long, so 96, 144. So it's 144 base. Fine, well within the 1024. But then you multiply that by 6, suddenly you start getting very close to the limit. And there's also a damage pose. I haven't made any damage poses. I'm not currently intending to use any, so I'll leave that blank. And then I need one more. Oh, that only says copy or delete. So if I want to add new, I can only do it from up here. I can't do it from anywhere else in the list. Wow, that sucks. So, placeholder adult male. And let's import those sprites. Thrilling viewing, I'm sure. I'll open that. I'm going to have the same problem. It doesn't know how many frames or anything we have, so we've got to tell it. There we go. Come off your Ritalin, pal. There you go. And I've been diagnosed with ADHD recently, so I can make that joke. I'm allowed. I've got a card. I've got a bit of paper, but maybe not. Actually, I do have a card. I have a card. Right. Let me focus. I am admittedly working more slowly because I'm talking at the same time, which is it's good in some ways, right? And 40. Oh, 41. Yeah, will be ever so slightly slower than all the other animations. I don't know why you can't just set this once, because I can't see a scenario where someone is going to realistically want up to be 6 frames at a rate of 40. 40, whatever that is. But then actually, ooh, maybe the up sprite only want that to be 4 frames at a rate of 260. Like, when is that ever going to be the use case? And it would save me, like, filling in 6 fields. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, and then that's the up. So I need another 6. Another 40, because for some reason that is not a global setting. I don't understand why it's not a global setting. I really don't. It's absolutely silly. Alright, so we've got our placeholder for our men and our placeholder for our women. So let's close that. Now, let's go into Claire field character, and we should see our newly imported graphics. Yep, there she is. Okay, so that's now that character's sprite. Let's grab a new actor. I haven't thought of their names at all. I will change these. These are not going to be like final names. Select image file. Nope. Why is it doing that? Oh, because I'm selecting... I'm selecting for the side view battle, not for the walking. Those boxes are really awkwardly placed. Like, really awkwardly placed. I'm going to copy... Oh, so I've got copy, but I don't have paste? Are you kidding me? I have to go up here to paste. That's ridiculous. James. Why not? So that can be our party. All of... Oh, I can't shift click? Oh no, can I control click? Oh no. Oh, and these default... Okay, so I can't delete the default actor. I guess that's to make sure there's always at least one. Can I just hit delete key? No, I can't just hit the delete key. I have to right-click delete for each and every one of these. That's horrendous. I really don't like that. That's really bad. That is so awful. Good God. Right. Delete. I've got to be careful here. Kaylee. And I still can't delete craft. Brilliant. So I'm just always going to have craft in the project, apparently. What the hell? Right. Default party settings. Hero 1. Hero 2. Hero 3. I'm not going to have a 4th member. I'm not going to have a 4th member. How do I tell it that I don't want a 4th member? Ah, party size. 3. There we go. Default party settings. Size of 3. Map 1. Fine. Fine. Okay. So now we should be able to walk around. So if I hit play... Oh, that blasts. Sorry about the music there. New game. And WASD doesn't work. That's good. No WASD. Can I click to... Oh, I can click. So it is strictly the arrow keys. There is no WASD. Okay, I'm going to need to find a way to change that. But you know what? Everyone's in, and they're jerkily, awkwardly animating. Wow, that's... it looks so much worse in-game than it does in the editor. That's kind of horrific. The other thing I usually do is in MZ, I use Galv's plugin, so I can have a dedicated idle animation, a dedicated walk animation, but then more importantly a dedicated run animation. In Unite, I currently don't have that option. They just speed up and they keep using their walking poses. The one upside is that this is a game jam, I am under a time limit, so at least I won't waste my time trying to make running animations for everybody. Also, 8-directional movement does not work out of the box. There is no 8-directional movement here. That's really disappointing too. Just 0 8-directional movement. My word. I'm increasingly regretting my decision to use Unite, but it's okay. It's not lost yet. So let's see. Can we go to Resource Manager? Where's Map? Maybe under Map Settings? Register tile date. No. And then tile groups. And then that is what used to be my tiles. Okay. Ah, those flippers. Those flippers. Okay. Interesting. So I can't... Graphics for tile maps are not under Resource Manager anymore. They're under Register Tile Data. Cool. So, how do I set a new one? Load tile image. Okay, fine. Tiles. So, I want to start with my passable ground template. Now again, I'm using these templates so I can focus on making a good game first, and then making it pretty later. So, let's hit open. This is in the MZ format, so hopefully this will still work. Data import complete. Okay. Where is it? Oh, so it goes in alphabetically. Okay. Oh no. So what's all this about? Right. So template, ground, passable. Let's give it a name. And then type auto tile A. Fantastic. It's not animated, it's not water. Fine, we don't need to tick that. But we can say how many frames. We can customize that now. Beforehand, you just had the set number of frames that was in the tile set. So that's an improvement. Gotcha Games. I'm giving you your first thumbs up of the last 45 minutes. This is one thing you got right. Bless you, little cottons. And then extra, scale, split, not split. Don't understand what that means. Okay. But it does seem to know it is an auto tile A. So hopefully, because it follows the 96 by 96 rule, that will just be alright. Right, let's load another tile image. And this will be ground not passable, so anything where I don't want them to walk. So data import complete. And then the name, so template, ground, not passable. Let's do that. And yeah, auto tile A, so I should be okay to just leave that as is. In fact, I think it might even auto-detect, which would be really cool. I may be giving them too much credit there, let's see, because I'm about to import a wall. And that's obviously a different size, because the wall auto tile template and format is different. So, let's import this and we'll see, is this going to auto-detect as a wall, or do I need to baby it? Open, data import complete. No, it doesn't auto-detect. It does not auto-detect. Okay. Template. Wall. I don't think I need to say that that's not possible. It's a wall. Type B. which is a wall or a square. A table. And you got standard tiles. Okay. Anyway, auto tile B. So what happens if I... Oh, in auto tile B, you can't actually click scale or split. Okay, that's handy. So presumably, that is everything I need to do for the walls and the floors. Now let's get the next bit of my template, the diagonal walls. So I've put all of these together. Don't know how it's going to treat it yet. So let's open that. Import complete. So template walls diagonal. Yeah? Let's say it's that. Template walls diagonal. It's not auto tile A. It's not a lot. These are standard tiles. Split, good. Not animated. Also, oh, so I could animate a regular tile. Just on a whim, whenever I choose to. That's interesting. That is interesting. Okay. And I can choose to scale this or to split it. Okay, so potentially I could work in 16 by 16 and trust the scaling to unite. I don't want to, but it looks like I could. Right. So now that I've got some ground, some walls, I want to make a new tile group. So let's call this template. Oh, auto shadow is off by default. I like that. So auto tile A. I don't want any of the stuff that's in there at the moment. So add to group. Okay. Okay, how... What's it done? Okay, but what I want to do is... add... No. The hell? How do I... How do I... Okay, so add to group. Oh, so are these my global ones down here? Okay, so these are my global ones, and these are my... Okay, so remove those. I don't want either of them. But the auto tile A that I just imported isn't here. I don't see it. So it should be... Yeah, those should be universal. Where the hell is the one I just made? Like, I'm not going crazy, right? Register tile data. Scroll all the way through this bollocks, right? There. Where's the name gone? I named all of these. I named all of these. Oh, for pity's sake. Maybe it doesn't like the dashes? Template. Ground. Passable. Is an auto tile A. Please accept the name. No, the name disappears again. Can it not have spaces? Is that the problem? Is that why all of these are underscores? Template. Ground. Passable. Enter. No, it's still not kept the name. What the hell? So it's not kept the name, and it's not appearing in my list down here. When I'm saying I want to make a new... So I can select whichever of these. I don't have... And then these are my standard tiles, so hopefully my diagonal walls don't show up in there. What is going on? What the bloody hell is going on? Why don't you work? So these don't have names either. That's interesting. The default ones don't have names. So this is auto tile A. Not splitting. That's for cut. Okay. Why are you all set to... You are not all auto tile A. What is going on? What the hell is going on? And these are all set to auto tile A still. What? So register tile. Template, ground, passable. Auto tile A, save. Ah, that's what we were missing. That's what we were missing. So, can pass all directions. It's not a ladder, it's not a forest, and it's not a countertop. It can't deal damage. A terrain tag of 0. Okay, we will worry about terrain tags potentially later. Right. Now... template. Ground. Not passable. It is insane that you need to find that button. This is meant to be, like, the tag for all of the RPG makers is simple enough for a child, powerful enough for a developer. That's their gimmick. That's their tagline, right? This fails. This completely fails that unique selling point. There is... I can see why this got so much hate. Like, at first I was like, come on guys, is it really that bad? Maybe you should cut it some slack. Now I'm just like, no, I see the problem. That's the problem. There's the problem. I see the problem. And the problems keep mounting. The problems keep mounting. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't like Unite. I don't like Unite. I'm going to keep using it for now. I'm going to see how we go, but right here and now, you and me, I don't like Unite. I don't like it. I'm very tempted to go back to my comfort blanket of MZ already. But we'll stay the course for now. We'll see how we go. So you don't have to be template wall. And you're a B. And we save that. And it's then gone back to not passable? What? Where you... That's... No. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? The last time I got loads of... What? I'm getting an aneurysm. Template wall... diagonal. In terms of user experience, just sheer UX design, this is awful. This is really awful. I hate everything about this. This is garbage. This image cannot be divided into 9898. Continue. Oh no. Oh no, so if I want to do standard tiles, there has to be a 1 pixel gap between each tile. Okay, well, it's a good job I still have it open. Yes, this is a 6x, so... canvas size, so I'm going to need to add 1 to each side, so you're now going to become 4.8. No, so it would be 4.84? I think 4.84. And then, height-wise, so you need to add 6 to that, I think. And that will then be divisible by 98. Don't know. I do not know. Okay. Not particularly happy with that. So, how do I now... You know what, let's do this. Control N. 96 by 96. Yeah? So this is the tile, right? So then back to here. Let's put it on a new layer. And it's pasted nothing. Oh, fuck, because it's... No, that's right, that is correct. Which means I've really cocked this up. Okay. Alright, forget everything for the minute. So, sprite, canvas size, 98 by 98. Unite is infuriating. Okay, so now I've got that. I've got a bit around it. And let's just fill that. Okay. That's one. And AC, Shift N, V. Why is Unite like this? It is a piece of shite. Unite is shite. Right. So 98 times 2, so 100 times 2 is 200, minus 4 is 196. My mental math should be better than that. I agree. I apologize. And then I need it times 3. Yeah? So, because it's 3... No, it might be taller than that. Let's just worry about the width for the moment. Come on, Ace Sprite. And yes, I use Ace Sprite for all of my pixel stuff. Okay. Done. Now, how many tiles do I have in here? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 4 by 5. And you know what? There's a calculator built in. Calendar, notepad, calculator. Again, opening on a different screen. So 98 by 4. It's 392. So sprite, canvas size. So we want 392 in that direction. And then I think I said I had 5 in the other direction. I think that's what I said. So 490. Okay. Press OK. There we go. Now. Alpha. Merge down. That's the thing. I'm having to update and make new templates just to get used to Unite's way of doing things. And maybe I'll get used to it. Maybe it won't be so bad. But right now... Oh, I hate it. That might just be I hate it because it's different. I'm fully willing to accept that that may be the case, but right now, I would be an hour in, I would be flying in MZ by now, and I'd be making maps, and I'd be setting up dialogue and doing all sorts. Unite, I'm still just trying to set up my basic templates. That's kind of horrific. I don't... Maybe it's a workflow I can get used to, but here and now, I cannot, in good conscience... What are you doing, Ace Sprite? No, you absolute twazzock. Right now, I can't, in good conscience, recommend Unite. Which is unfortunate, because actually having a version of RPG Maker that works with the Unity engine and could have infinite possibilities for expansion and allow us to publish games to any platform, PC or console, on paper, that sounds amazing. Like, that's something I want. In practice, well, you're saying it. So I think the problem is apparent. Alright, so now I need to reposition this. So you sit in there. And let's actually do this so that you are under it. And then set you to multiply so I can see through you. I can see right through you. Yeah, it still feels uggo. What have I got? So that is one of them, right? But it's not, because it's now not in there. You're not positioned correctly. That's my problem. Right, so that's one tile sitting correctly now. Ah, shit. How do I want to do this? I don't. That's the answer. It's the correct answer. I don't. Let's do it this way. Let's do the entire height. Right. Ah! So I know that this now needs to sit here. Okay. Cool. And then... So that's the edge of that one. Cool. And you meet to there. But actually, that red line is a we don't want you in there line, so... Sorry, I'm figuring this out on the fly. It's a new set of new set of things for me because I get used to Unite. I could have just zoomed out for this, but... Hey ho, I am a dumb. Right. Can we bring you down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher, but dumb. The stream should be called Man Slowly Loses His Mind over how bad Unite is. Like, guys, I get it. I get it. Like, all of the complaints, all of the bashing. Like, I've been using Unite for about an hour, and I get it. This is not a good time. I appreciate having the company, actually. I would not want to be going mad sussing this engine out on my own. Having the company is great. So, move that over. So that's all of it. All of this can be yours. Just give me what I want and no one gets hurt. Hello, hello. I'm at a place called Vertigo. Feeling musical. Right. That's why I know I'm losing my sanity when I start bloody quoting song lyrics. Right. Next one. Okay. So what I should have now is remove that. That should now be the new Unite template. So file export as, and then let's find that is not the right folder. Sorry. This PC, game making, thank you. RPG Maker, Unite templates, tiles. I want to overwrite that one. File exists, yes. Export, done. And then the other thing I can do is just put this back on normal. Close. And I'll just export this as well. Export as... Unite template standard tiles. And that can go in the same folder. Press OK, press export. Okay, so now I know going forward there has to be a 1 pixel gap around all tiles. So that's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass because my workflow is starting at 16 by 16 and then blowing it up. So not entirely happy with that. Not entirely happy with that at all. Right, let's go back to our project. Back to our diagonal walls. Can I re-import this image or do I have to delete it? Okay. Low tile image. Will this overwrite it? Open. File already exists. Yes. Import complete. Close. So then I select this, presumably. Template walls diagonal. It's standard tiles. They're split. Save. And it has accepted them. It has accepted them. That's great. So if I actually want to... Oh, don't know what happened with my mouse there. Some funky Bluetooth shenanigans. Oh, so I can then select up here to get back to setting things up. So can pass no. Auto tile B. Hooray, my walls now appear. So can pass no. Standard tiles, and these are going to be right the way at the sodding bottom, aren't they? Yep, and they're going to be out of order. Oh, the joy! They're completely out of order. Why? Why are you out of order? Why? Why is it like this? the annoying thing is, some of these I want on can pass. So this one you can pass, but only if you're going, so only if you're going right and only if you're going down. This one you can pass, but only if you're going right or up. Yeah. This one you can pass, but... oh, no, this one you can't pass. This one you can pass, but only if you're going up or right, I think. Have I got that right then? No. So you can't pass that at the top of this one. You can only pass that at the bottom of this one. So you move left and down. So you can move left, you can move down. Okay. You can move right, you can move down. Okay. You can move left, you can move right, sorry, you can move up. You can move left, you can move up. Okay, and then the rest of these, you shall not pass. Okay. Fine. That is fine. So now I come to template. So, I want you. I want you. Okay, so you sort of take your global tiles from everything, and you just pick the ones that you want. I can actually get on... oh, you're going in the wrong group. Sorry. I can... oh. Oh no. So I don't pick auto tile ABC, etc. It's just down here. Okay, add to group. Standard tiles. Can I multi-select? Can I do a... nope, I've got to do this one at a time. Oh boy. What I'm going to try to do here is save myself a little bit of sanity later. So add. Add. I'm going to try and do these in an order. Add. Add. Right, so that's the you can pass top. This is the you can't pass top. Right, so that's that topper. Then we have this. So these are going to be the same for the middle and the bottom regardless of where they are. So I'm thinking, save myself a little bit of hassle here. I can add these once because they are otherwise identical. Okay. We've done that. Cool. Now that I've got my template, I feel like I can delete all of these. Can I... like shift? I can't shift click. I can't just hit delete. Right. Actually clearing out the... because that's one thing I do in MZ very quickly is I just click at the top, shift click to the bottom, and I delete all of the default stuff. Just get rid of it. Because I'll be using my own stuff. I do not use the RTP, never have, probably never will. And for a game jam like this, yeah, I probably should make use of the RTP, but I don't like the RTP. I think it looks like crap. It's not the... I want to make like Super Nintendo GBA style pixel games. I don't really want to make what looks like mobile phone garbage. I'm sorry, it's the only way I can put it. I know it's not a very nice way of putting it, but that's how I put it. My word. Right, delete. 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 Okay, so I've now got far fewer tiles, sorry about that. Can I multi-select these? No, I can't. Can I delete these? Also, no. That's going to be a pain. So you're going to have bloat to your file size for any Unite project, because as far as I can see, I can't delete these. That's quite bad for optimization. It means there's going to be a minimum file size for any RPG Maker Unite project, and it's going to be for assets that are never called upon or used. Brilliant. It's not just my default main character I can't get rid of. What I'm tempted to do, actually... let's go to craft. Let's rename craft to Claire. empty that out. Select an image file. Oops. Way overshot it, haven't I? It's into objects now. It doesn't separate this out. That's really annoying. Where's my template? No, where is she? Where is she? Come on. This is not funny. Where is it? Right, placeholder. Phew. Press OK. So, craft is now Claire. Cool. So now I don't have to have craft in my project anymore. I've got rid of craft. Then let's find where our maps are. So that's map settings. We only have the one tile group now. That's fine. Terms, options, actors, edit battles, sound settings, skills, states, common events, resource manager. Oh, edit map. Map 001. So we've got one map. It's ID 01. Test. And how do I set... Oh, I can delete the only map. But how do I make a new map? So I can copy a map, I can delete a map, but I don't seem to be able to make a new map. Add tab. How do I make a new map? How the blink and blink do I make a new map? That should be the... I don't want any sample maps. I want a new map. How do I make a map? Map settings? Tile groups? No. No. It's obviously still pulling this from somewhere. Collision placement, okay. I don't want any of this in... I really don't like this at all. I keep saying that. I keep saying that as if anything's going to change. Okay, let's just load the template group. For some reason this... There we go. Sure. Okay, and that's replaced it, seemingly? That's replaced it, okay. Okay, and now I can start drawing. That's good. And I can also test that my auto tile works. Right, we're getting somewhere now. We're getting somewhere. Hey, look at that. My auto tile works. Right. So, let's... Do we have a fill? Where's my fill bucket gone? Because, like, in the original I could... Ah, here we go. Is this up here? Yes. Oh no, that's the shadow brush. Definitely don't want that. That's Phil. We found Phil. He's okay. Okay, so we want to start on something of a beach scene where they're getting drilled by their sergeant, so... Wrong one again. Oh, Control Z works. Fantastic. Okay, you earned some credit back there. So this is like, you know, maybe where the water would be splashing. They're getting briefed by their sergeant there. And we can have some walls. So we don't really want them leaving the beach, we only want them going the one way. So let's just... maybe that's too much wall. Start from there and bring it down. And then from here and bring it down. So this will probably be foliage or something in the actual. Don't know yet. But I also know I want the walls to be 3 tall. And I know I want it to be a cannot pass at the top. So 1, 2, 3. There. Okay. So just make sure we stick to that. So that's 1, 2, 3. So the next one goes here. and then here. Okay, so we can sort of get an idea for what that's going to look like. And then if we want to do any diagonals, we can do that on interesting. So I have to load a tile group for... Oh, I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this wrong for now. How much I care about doing it wrong is limited. Like, there is a part of me that's like, fix it later. It's fine. Go to B. Okay. Right, okay. So the way that would have to work be to go back to A, grab this again, and do that. Okay, I'm getting an idea for how that works. Don't really like that that's how it works, but I can see that it is at least how it works. And then what I'll need to do later is sort of replace all of this with actual graphics, the stuff I intend to use. But okay, I can sort of work with this. What's surprising me here is it's treating this as one wall, and there's not, like, I would expect there to be a line here, and there's not. That's concerning. That's really concerning. Okay, so let's go back to A. And let's just 1, 2, 3. So it's here. And then 1 up. And I think it's 2 up. Okay. And this is, for the meantime, what the game's going to look like. Just that's how it is. Apparently my watch battery is low. That's good. Alright, so then 1, 2, 3. Oh. I 1, 2 high. 1, 2, 3. What's going on? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So no, I'm correct. I'm just an idiot who has no faith in himself when he should have faith in himself. Cool. Good to know. So this is how the map works. Oh, and then event brings you into seemingly a completely different... Look at that. Look how it jumps when you go to a... Look at that. Isn't that just awful? Oh! Oh! Ow! Oh, I don't like any... Oh! So there's an empty event. And then there's... Presumably that's the party starting position event? No. So I can't grab the party starting position. What? What's going on? Don't understand why there's, like, seemingly 2 parts to this event. Hello? So that's that one. That's that one. I have no... And they're empty. So event 1, page 1. You? Okay, so I've deleted all the... Okay, so I can just right-click for a new event. That's fine. So it looks like... If I want to set their starting position, I have to do it here. Which is awkward, because I used to just be able to click and drag that stuff. Where's... Okay, 0 is over there. So it's 17 wide. I want them somewhere near the middle. So 8. Bang on the middle. Cool. And then... Where do I want you? I don't know where I want to put you. I'm confusing myself. Let's try lower down. Let's try 8 by 8. Okay, so you start there. Fine. So then a new event. Object reference I'll set to... What? I want an... New. What's going on? Oh, okay, so now it's an event. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Okay, so... let's call this... Actually, you know what? I'm going to be a little bit smarter about this. Just future planning here. Event 1 I'm going to always have reserved. I'm always going to have it up there. So then a new one. Event 2. Hi, I'm trying to edit event 2. Good God. Awful. The drill instructor. Okay. And yeah, you can be a character. Oh no. Oh no, what? What's this? Oh no. Oh no, I don't like that. An image? Or do I have to set up NPCs? So I have to set these guys up as if they were party members almost. That... Okay. Okay. We can do that, apparently. Oh, man. I don't think I like this engine. Just gonna quietly say that. I don't think I like this engine. At all. At all. So that's a drill instructor, right? So if I go back to event and back to drill instructor. Oh, and the way it keeps flicking like that is really doing my eyes. So character... At least I guess I can now set the image for the drill instructor in one place later on when I come to finalizing graphics and such, and not have to do it in 3 or 4 different places. So let's see. These are switches are variables for the page. Okay. And there's fixed movement to start with, yeah. Oh, how am I going to get these like facing up? Let's be smart here. And the reason I say this is because sometimes you don't want to use your actual party actor for your cutscenes. Okay. So, I'm going to set up an NPC version of Claire. There we go, there's our placeholder female. And what did I call the other two? Oh, wait. So when I did... hang on. Let's just make this a normal cadet, then. And select an image file. It can be just you. That's fine. You can be a cadet. And then... I go back to here. Sorry, I'm figuring out this engine as I go, and it's probably painfully obvious. New. And it doesn't actually put you in the event. What the fuck is this? Let's try Claire cutscene, and it will use the Claire character, right? Fine. Ugh, walk in place. Ah, why is that on by default? Ah, no, we don't like that. Off. Get rid of that. Ah, disgusting. absolutely disgusting. So what I really want to do is place that at 8 by 8. Am I allowed to? I'm allowed to. Okay, so if I'm allowed to do that, then I'm worried about that null reference exception. Let me just hit play a second. Oh, that noise. Okay. Okay, so we can walk around. We do get stopped when we're supposed to be stopped. Good. Good, I can't walk through walls. Okay. So this will allow us to now start prototyping. And yeah, this is how a lot of games usually look. I think a lot of people, RPG Maker, it's their first engine, right? And they get so wrapped up on making it look pretty, wanting to do parallax mapping, wanting to do all this other stuff. And they forget that actually before it does anything else, it needs to work. And you make sure you have a fun game before you make sure you have a pretty game. And that is something we completely fail to recognize, I'm sorry to say. So the next thing I want to do is, yes, this has got the default number of tiles. It's not, I think, a screen-filling number of tiles. Let me come out of the game. Grab that calculator again. So we know we're 1920 by 1080, and we know we're 96 tiles. So we are a minimum at any time of 20 wide. Okay. By 11.25 tall. So the minimum I want to be looking at for any map is 20 by 12. Right, that's the minimum. 20 by 12. So let's go back to our map. Edit the test map. So minimum 20. The height was already 13. Interesting, because it was scrolling when it maybe shouldn't have been. It's added all the new stuff to the side. I don't like that. How many times today have I said, I don't like that? I don't like it. Oh no, hang on. Hang on, boys and girls. We might have a problem. Can I still... Oh, good. Oh, good. That's a feature I'm very glad is still here. Okay. So I kind of want this to come down a bit. Like that. And then probably again like that. Maybe not. There's a rectangle. So from here, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And if I go back to A and I want... No, not the pissing shadow pen. Alright, so the water will be lapping up there, is what I'm thinking. The exit will be that way, and this will be the trees and such. And we can add some foliage and some niceties later. I want to go to events, so we now know we are 20 wide. Reversed. Did I not spell reserved properly? Is that what happened? Can I not spell? Reserved? We've got the drill instructor here, who now needs to be at 10. And Claire cutscene. We're the main character, so of course we're in the middle of the lineup. Also needs to be 10. And then I want the other two, whatever I named them. So, display multiple deletion dialogue. Interesting. So do I just have to double click somewhere for a new event? No, I can't even double click. I have to right click new event. Oh boy. So this will be... Why are the playable characters at the bottom? Yeah, that's weird. So this will be Brian cutscene. Just so we can distinguish in case he comes up in any move event routes or anything like that. And then I'm going to want one more, at least. New. Characters. Jim Jam. James. Cutscene. There we go. Okay, so we've got those three characters stood there, that's fine. How do I set their initial facing to up? So they're fixed, fine. Fixed random approach cost. So I've got the, yeah. Movement speed normal. Direction. Here we go, up. And hopefully I can click on new and just hit up. No, movement speed. Direction up. And direction up. Okay. And then I just want to do cadets from here on out. So, let's say, so there's maybe 2 other teams of cadets here. Cadet. Character, please. As a cadet. I do like that updates the image though, because then I can just make some global swaps. That's going to be good. You're going to be facing up. And essentially what I want to do... Can I not copy paste the event? Come on! Come on! Copy event. There we go. Paste event. Oh, that takes a minute. Paste event. And then I'm going to have to just change that initial placement to get her out of the way. Default party settings. Hopefully the last time I need to change this. Put her at... Oi! I said 10. I didn't say whatever you feel like. I said 10. Oh, will it not let me do it because there's already an event there? So do I have to... Move Claire cutscene. Let's say she goes to 9. Right? What? So, hang on. 10 and 9, so it accepts that. 10 and 8 it rejects, yeah. Move you down, and then... Because it'll let them overlap in that view, but it won't let them overlap in this view. So, annoyingly, I have to sort of flit back and forth between them to do that. Right. Anyway. Paste. 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 There we go. So we've got, hopefully now, a little scene where we've got a drill instructor and we've got all of our people, our cadets. So, if we hit, the other thing I should probably do, default party settings. Oh, I don't like how it jumps around like that. Party size of 3, fine. Starting party members, fine. So it's probably going to be somewhere else, isn't it? System settings. Platform, Windows, Mac, no. Aha, start transparent. There we go. Enable autosave as well. I'm going to put that on too. Right, let's hit save. And let's see what we've got. And they're all doing a walking animation. Because apparently I forgot to turn the walking animation off. Also, for whatever reason, we can see outside of the map. Why can we see outside of the map? Why is the camera not fixed? What? Why? Why? RPG Maker Unite, why? Oh. Okay. Let's hit pause. Back to our test map, please. Back to event mode. Oh, this flicking is really not nice. Type fixed. Oh, frequency normal. There's a thing here to say movement animation, because I found it. Walk in place. There we go. Off. Can I select multiple of these at all? Or no, just one at a time. Just one at a time. So if I need to change the same setting on multiple of them, I have to do that to every single one. Off. Off. Oh, this is slow to switch pages as well. Like, it takes a second. Are you seeing that lag? It's like, watch this. I click on the thing, and then, yeah, there's a good second or two there before it actually brings up the new stats for the new one. That's kind of slow. I don't like that. Okay, and then walk in place off. So hopefully, if I hit play now... Yes, now they're all standing still. Okay, but still, we've got this black void, like, around the map. And it's like, well, the map is made to be exactly as many tiles as the screen is. So I don't understand why that's happening. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. It's really annoying. I don't like it. I do not like it. No. Alright. I really don't like that. I'm sorry, I just don't like that. I really don't. Oh. Alright. It's fine. We're dealing with this, right? There's one other thing I want to do, though. And that is in terms of these fonts. So I encountered an issue before where, and this was in version 1.2.0, maybe they've fixed this for 1.2.1. Not all of my fonts appeared here, so I've got something like 600 fonts legally acquired on this computer. And it was only reading 580 of them before. And yeah, it's still only reading 582 of them. Okay, so what I had to do to get my custom font that I made in here was a bit annoying. So this is my custom font, Webster Chunky Pix. So that's something I made in a web utility, and I like to use it for a lot of my pixel art games because it fits. I kind of hate when you have a pixel art game, you know, the map, the characters, everything are strictly pixels, and then you get to like the fonts and the UI and that kind of thing. It's all like modern HD icons and fonts and whatnot, kind of like it's the issue I have with the Final Fantasy remasters, the pixel remasters, because it's not consistent. So there's a couple of things we need to do to get this font into this game. So first I'm going to save, then layout, RPG Maker plus Unity Editor. So that's the important one. So now we've got RPG Maker here, but if we move it out of the way, Unity is behind it. So I can come into RPG Maker, and I think it's under Codebase, Editor, Common. Nope, that is not fonts. Okay. Sorry, I was looking for the fonts. It is in here somewhere. Core system? Oh, have they hidden it? Third-party DLC, plugin, storage, system resource, map route, resources, shaders. No. Interesting. Have they removed it? Because I was in here and I found it. I was in here and I found it. Migration, database management, Scriptable object, no. Editor. Event search, window, task sprite converter. Asset? No. I found this before. That's really weird. That's TextMesh Pro and fonts. Ah! Could this be it? This might be it. And then font names. This is it. This is what I was looking for. So, we've come into TextMesh Pro, we've come into fonts, and we've found a font called default.sdf. So first thing we're going to do is pull Webster Chunky Pics into that folder. And this didn't work first time, the last time I did it. Hit apply. Okay. So now we need to Control-C that. Okay. And then we need to find default again. And we change here M+1M to Webster Chunky Pics, and we hit apply. And hopefully that is, yeah, because it's based on that. And then the fallback list. So, where is it? Create. And then 2D. No, TextMesh Pro. That's what I'm looking for. Too many things in here. Got some font, Lexi Toolkit. I really just want TextMesh Pro. Okay, let me try something here. Layout. Let's go just Unity Editor for a second, just so I have fewer options. Under oh, I still have a lot of create. Okay. Got this little arrow here to imply that there's more. C# script, 2D, shader. TextMesh Pro, hey! Font asset, right? And then, if I go back to default.sdf, it's got fallbacks. So I'm going to drag and drop that into the first fallback slot as well. Now, I need to apply these changes, don't I? Somewhere. Nope, it's happy for me to just do that. Okay, cool. So RPG Maker, layout, RPG Maker focused mode. Give it a second. It hasn't worked. It has not worked. Unless I go, say, to default party settings and then back to title. Does that? No, that's not done it. Okay, there's another way we can do this. And this is like, all I'm trying to do is a custom font, and it should just, the drop down there should work and list all of my fonts. It doesn't. It's incredibly annoying. Incredibly annoying. So default Webster Chunky Pics, right? So then come to menu, Webster Chunky Pics, hit apply, message, Webster Chunky Pics, hit apply. References to other fonts. Okay, cool. Message item, Webster Chunky Pics, and apply. Message name, Webster Chunky Pics, and apply. Message for numbers, Webster Chunky Pics, and apply. Message select, Webster Chunky Pics, and apply. 1M regular, Webster Chunky Pics, and apply. Oh, no, that's not one of the places where I want to do that. No. So message select. So those are all the ones that do something. And then title, Webster Chunky Pics, and apply. Okay, so what we've got here is menu, message, message item, message name, message number, message select, title. And then default is also set to Webster Chunky Pics. Okay, that should do it. So if I now go back to layout, RPG Maker focused. Hey! We've got my custom font. I shouldn't have had to do that to get a custom font in, but it works. That is the current workaround. Thumbs up to the official RPG Maker Discord for showing me that workaround when I was trying to familiarize myself with Unite last week, week before, 2 weeks ago, probably 2 weeks ago, when I was trying to familiarize myself with Unite. So we should now have, if I go to say the UI settings, hopefully, yes, so now it's a font for my UI. It's all good. It's all gravy. And then I can fiddle with the sizes of these later as well to make sure that they actually are the size I want them to be. But yeah, this looks great now. So main, the items, this, yes. We have our custom font. So what does the battle look like? Oh, it's going to take a minute thinking about it. Okay, don't worry about it then. Hopefully that's not going to be a huge bug I have to fix at some point. Let's change the colour there. There we go, so that's some white. Oh, so this is when it's actually selected. Okay, so maybe it'd be good having a colour to show that. I'll put it for that for now, just so that we can see that that is a selection. Yeah, that looks good to me. That looks good. Okay, so then, presumably, if I go to Edit Map Test, and I make an event. Oi! What's this all outside of it for? What is going... Why is it a -2? My word. This editor. I do not like it. So name... Cutscene. Okay. So this is the event page. Load a template. That's interesting. So we don't need any switches or variables for this first page. This is just controlling the page. Okay. What I do need is the start to be... not the action button. Auto run. Okay. So then my actions here... show text. Oh, and it just makes it there. Alright, you maggots, though. Okay. And then we've got... Oh, set the character. So it's the drill instructor. And we can set these to custom if we want as well. We can import them rather than using the inherited ones. That's fine. Show the name, show a face, show a picture. Okay. Add the window position, initial setting. So then let's set him moving. Okay. So new event. This looks very familiar here. Frequently used. It is empty. Temporarily remove event, scroll map, change map name display, change parallax, change minimap display. Interesting. Call a unity scene. That could add a lot of potential. Okay. So this is starting to give me a little bit more of my faith back in it a little bit. This is what I'm used to seeing. So characters animation, direction, set animation. Interesting. What does that allow me to do? Which player one to... Oh, well, that's shite. I'm saying nice things about you, Unite. Control switch, branch, change party member, change the actors. I don't want any of that, really. How do I set a movement? Ah, here we go. Set movement route. So you got one. It's hard to tell, really. I'll make him pace back and forth 3 by 3. Yeah? Yeah, we'll do that. So it's going to be event 2, the drill instructor. Set route. Start editing. Oh, what's this? What is this? Setting up. Okay, do I have to wait? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, okay. So you actually just click on it? Interesting. Stop editing now. So if I go to edit again. Okay, cool. So you literally just click on it. Awesome. Ah, here we go. Repeat actions. Do not wait until finished. And then, can I copy paste that? Yes. Boot camp. Okay, so it should start on its own. I just want to see that this is working. So, alright, listen up, you maggots. The face, oddly, the default face kind of fits. You might have survived boot camp, but you haven't graduated yet. Not until you complete this final exam. Look how stiff that default walk is. I think that's the movement frequency. I think I need to adjust that. Look at that, though. That's awful. Okay. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so that is a start. We have something running in RPG Maker Unite. I can set up some maps. I can run around. I can do a few things. Looking at the time, I need to leave for that prior commitment soon. So I'm going to end the stream there. The entirety of the development process probably won't be streamed, but there will be follow-up streams where I give you updates and we do some more with it, and hopefully where I have more than 2 hours to spend with you as well. So keep an eye out for those, and we will look at the development of this game together, and maybe I can share some best practices that have worked well for me over the years. Not going to be prescriptive and say, oh, you have to follow them, or that this is the way you have to do it, or it's the only way it will work for you. That's just not my energy, frankly. So yeah, we will return to this in another stream. It might look a little different by then as well. Maybe we'll have a pixel art stream as well when we start getting the tile maps together. That would be nice. I would like to do a little chill pixel art stream. But yeah, we have overcome the basics of Unite. We have discovered just how awful the interface really is, but I think we can do this. I think for a game jam entry, I can use this. I can get used to this for a game jam. So we're going to try with that. We're going to go from there. Until then, though, thank you very much for joining. I hope it's been an enjoyable stream for everybody, and I will catch you all very, very soon.